Hey there, Jolly Julian here, and I'm coming to you with a review of a product from AMVR for the Quest 3, and that is the Pistol Grip Controller accessories here. Now, I'm excited to try these out because I do like FPS shooter games. I really love playing Pistol Whip, which is what I think these are going to be really good for. But basically, what these are going to be used for is for giving your controllers the feeling that you're actually holding a pistol. With the controller, it doesn't have any real weight to it. Anyone that's held an actual pistol at any point in their lives, and I'm not admittedly a gun person in real life.
Oh, damn thing won't stay in the holster. Whoop! The spring in there.
I have held a pistol before. I have not shot one. But there's a definite weight difference between this, which has no front weight on it at all, this controller, and what a real pistol would feel like. And that's where I think these will be so valuable, is giving that sense of weight to the controller to feel like you're holding an actual pistol. For me, VR is all about immersion. The more I can feel immersed in the experience, the more I'm going to enjoy it. That is just me. It's not about playing the game as much as it is feeling like I'm living the experience. And I've been into a lot of accessories that help me to do that, including a golf putter accessory, also from AMVR, that I'm really enjoying in Walkabout Mini Golf. I've got the B Haptics vest, which gives me some rumble and feedback and so forth throughout my body and my wrists when I'm playing first-person shooters and other games. I've got the steering wheel and a flight stick for doing simulators. I'm really into anything that brings the real world and the virtual world together. Now first, let's take a look inside the box and see what we've got. Pretty straightforward here. The box came very nicely to me. Opening it up here, you can see that inside the controller accessories are right there. And we've got this little booklet here, which kind of just describes how to use them. But I'm going to guess that they're pretty straightforward, and I might not even need to use that booklet in order to figure out how to assemble them and use them. In fact, let's go ahead and do that right now and see if we can do it without even cheating and using the book. I'll bet we can. Now, here is the right-hand controller accessory right here. And you can see I just don't have the controller in it yet, but that's kind of what it looks like. Pretty cool, huh? Pretty simple, but it's got a nice weight to it. It's got that kind of heavy plastic on the front of it, which gives it the feel of a pistol already, even without having the controller in it. Now there's a little button right here. I'm going to guess that when I push that, yep, this just pops right off the top, just like that. Very simple, and then the controller is going to go right in here. So we take our right controller here, we pop that right into the slot there, just like that. And then we just take this piece here, pop it right on the top, slide it back, and there we go. It almost felt like cocking a pistol when I did that. I'm going to do that again. It's kind of like cocking a pistol right there. And I'm all ready to go. Now, already this feels very different from just having the controller in my hand. I think it's going to be quite an experience when I actually get into Pistol Whip and use it. But holding it out, it now feels like I'm actually holding a real gun instead of just holding a VR controller. And once you get that headset on and get in the experience, I'm guessing it's just going to make that immersion that much better. So without further ado, let's jump into Pistol Whip. Let's pop on the headset and see if having this accessory as part of the experience makes it that much more immersive. All right, let's do this. Here we go. Woohoo! Here we are inside Pistol Whip. I'm going to choose the Grave. I'm just going to play a few seconds without the pistol grip attachments on here, just so that I've got a basis of reference, and then I'll immediately come back in and play the same game, but with the attachments on. So I'm just going to play this very quickly. I'm going to dual wield. Why not? We're going to just play on normal here. Here we go. All right, here we go. Fire in, boom, do. All right, so this feels like my typical Pistol Whip right here. Very, very normal to me, same as usual. Do love me some Pistol Whip. It's good to be back in playing this again. As always, I always enjoy it as part of my fitness routine a little bit, getting a little bobbing and weaving. All right, so that's me playing without the grips on. Now let's go ahead and pop out of here. Now, as you can see, we've got the pistol grip accessories on, and boy, I already feel a difference. Not just the overall weight, but the front weight. You know, just it feels like there's a barrel here, just like I've got right here in front of me. I feel that barrel. I can even tap it and feel the barrel tapping together. It's these little things that just make the immersion that much more real. Let's pop in and let's go ahead and play again here now with these on. Oh yeah, all right. You know, it's one of those things, again, you don't realize the difference until you do them back to back like I just did. This feels much more like I'm holding an actual pistol in each hand. I don't think it's hampering the way that I play the game at all. I mean, I'm not a pistol whip master by any means, as you can probably tell. But it just feels like I'm holding actual pistols. And when I can actually do that and actually tap them together like that, that is impressive. Yeah, the weight feels really great. It's not... Oh, I should probably reload, yeah. It's not... Ooh, let's do an actual pistol whip here and see what that feels like. Yeah. The weight isn't too much that it feels too front heavy, but it feels like what I imagine holding this actual gun in my hands would feel like. I think I chose the right skin too, because just the length of the barrel and everything on this is really perfect. And again, it took me about 30 seconds to put both of the controllers in each one of these pistol grip accessories. Didn't take long at all. All right, that's it. I think you've seen enough. So there you get the idea in Pistol Whip using these pistol grip accessories. While I'm still in the headset, I'm going to double tap on the side of the headset to take myself out into the real world. So here you can see my kind of insane recording studio. There you can see me over there against the green screen. So here you can see I've got the gun right here. We're going to press this orange button here. That just slides this right off. Then you got to push your grip button in. It's hard to see because it's putting my hand tracking and the controller tracking over the actual stock, but it kind of gives you an idea of how it positions. You press the grip in, slide the controller up, and you take it right out. There you go. And then for storage, just pop this right back on there, and you're good to go for next time. And now you've got the controller in your hand. It's that simple. All right, so I wasn't planning on doing this, but I figured this might be a good idea to test this out in something like Contractors Showdown, a first-person shooter that I'm really enjoying, and see what these accessories are like for the additional realism. Now here I've got a Deagle on me, Desert Eagle. That obviously fits the feeling of the gun stock very well. So let's just we're just going to stay in here in the practice area. And you can see it works really well. Now, how easy is it to change the magazine? I just hit the button there, pop that out, pop a new magazine in, cock it, and I'm ready to go. Now that I've not done that before. That felt very much like I normally do it, and I didn't hit the gun stock against anything. It worked perfectly well. But yeah, and now I can also two-hand this just like I normally would as well without the secondary, the left-hand gun stock getting in the way. I can quickly reload again, grab that, start shooting. So you can see it's pretty fast. Now let's try, here's what I really wanted to try. I want to see what it's like two-handing an AK like this, okay? See, I'm not great at this game, but now I can reload very, very quickly, get back up, and be back in the game. But here's the other thing I wanted to try, is I wondered if having this extra part of the gun stock here, if I could use that to kind of help with my aim by holding it right against the back of my hand, touching the end of the barrel to give me a little extra stability. So I kind of want to see what that's like. So I grip it, hold this up, put the gun stock at the back of my hand, and it might give me just a tad bit more stability when I'm holding it and aiming. And you can see how quickly I can just bring the gun down, bring it up, boom, start shooting, and I've got this extra stability of that. Now I don't have, since it's not an actual full gun stock, I don't have the back part of the gun stock to hit right into my shoulder here, but it is giving me just a little bit more sense of stability. Again, I can replace the magazine very quickly, get right back to that, and start shooting again. I'm not great at this game, so don't use me as an aim expert by any means, but I just wanted to try that out and see how it worked. And I think this could actually work really well because it also gives you that sense of weight. Between the two pistol grips, I've got that little extra weight that makes it feel like I might actually be holding a rifle in my hand, which again is just part of the realism that I love about playing these types of games. So there you have it, Contractors Showdown. Now I'm going to go ahead and pop out of the headset here. Whew, there we go. All right, I'm feeling a little warm already. That game always gets me going. And I have to say, I did feel a bit more immersed having that extra weight and the balance of that weight in my hands. Now, let's go ahead and talk about the investment for these pistol grip controller accessories. They come from AMVR. They come as a pair, a left and a right. You can see I've got them both set up here. Pew, pew, pew. I feel like John Wick. And they are $28.99. It's an odd price, $28.99. So, just under $30 for both of these controllers to give you that feeling of holding pistols. Now, are they worth it? They work very well for continuing that level of immersion, as I mentioned before. It depends to me on how much you're going to be using games where you're going to be firing just a pistol. Now, you could use these in a game that you also do a rifle as long as you're not using any sort of an additional gun stock. When you have to reload a gun like an assault rifle or something like that in an FPS shooter game, and if you're using both of these pistol grip accessories, then you do have to be careful that you don't bang them together when you're grabbing, but it doesn't hamper you from using any of the controls on the controller at all. So as long as you get used to it, you could pull out the magazine, pop another one in there, cock it, and be ready to go. But you have to be aware so that you're not banging these together like that. But certainly for something where you're just using pistols, like Pistol Whip, if you play Pistol Whip or anything like that on a regular basis, then I think these are well worth it. But you do have to be using them, I think, quite a bit to rationalize the $28.99 price tag. The nice thing is that $28.99, at least as of the recording of this video, I believe includes shipping to anywhere in the world, so that's good. And there is a link below in the description of this video where you can go directly there, get your hands on these, and if you use the code JollyJulian at checkout, JollyJulian, then you'll save 10% off your order. Now, I'm not getting paid anything to review these, and I'm giving you my honest opinions. And my honest opinion is if you love immersion and that extra bit of immersion of having the weight of these pistols in your hand for the type of game that you like to play will bring you joy, then that $30 will probably be well worth it. But if you're not going to be using them regularly, or if you're playing a game where you need to be able to switch between types of guns too often, then these may not be quite right for you. Although I will say, even using them like this, without an actual gun stock, does feel more like the weight of holding an actual rifle in my hand rather than just the controllers themselves. So once you get used to it, you might be able to use this in something like Pavlov, Contractors, Contractors Showdown, Population 1. Probably be really good for something like Population 1. And the nice thing is it does give you the balance of having some extra weight and feel to the controllers without having a gun stock where you have to pop the controller out of the gun stock to reload and then pop it back in there, which can really slow down your ability to react quickly in games where you have to be able to do that. So with that, my conclusion is these pistol grip controller accessories from AMVR, they're very well built. The weight feels great. The way you can pop your controllers in and out of them just by taking this top piece off and popping it right out of there, popping it back in, makes it very versatile and quick to use. So again, if you're somebody who loves yourself some pistols in the games, I recommend these. If you're not going to be using them very often, then you just have to decide, how often do I have to use them to make it worth $28.99? So with that, this is Jolly Julian. Just being able to do that feels pretty cool. I hope you enjoyed this review, and how do you feel about this? Let me know in the comments. Are you going to get your hands on these pistol whip grip things? Pistol whip grip. Hey, there you go. Trademark. No. Are you going to get your hands on these? And if you do, let me know how they work for you. Jolly Julian, and until next time, pew pew!